Hello guys. I hope you had a good start into the week, everyone. So, since I've done a bit of Genshin and Zenless, I didn't manage to get to the new Nick event the moment it started, but there's still enough time, so let's catch up on that and give Mana a visit. Alright, let me just... There we go. Up. I thought it already finished loading, but I did not expect this pop-up, I guess. Come on, just a bit more. Hello. Well, at least it's not saying that it's not responding, and the music keeps going, and it's back. Nice. Yes, come on. The last steps. I believe in you. Oh damn, -2 degrees. I didn't notice that it's so cold outside, to be honest. Kinda surprised. Cause a lot of times I went outside today and it didn't feel that cold. Oh well. There we go. I guess since it's a normal event, it means that there will be no voice acting. That means I have to do everything again. It's alright. Wisdom Spring. Nice ether. Ay. Usually it doesn't mean anything good when we see her. Well, let's get into it already. Oh, Commander. What is it? Mana? Are you feeling okay? Of course huh? The moment I try to sit up, a searing migraine begins to set in. Are you okay, Commander? My head. Ugh. Take a deep breath. I follow Mana's advice, alright. Now slowly exhale. I already did that. Exhale slowly. After repeating this several times, my head feels slightly less painful. Are you feeling better now? Yeah, thanks. Ooh, that's a cool tie. It would be interesting to try to replicate this. After coming more or less to my senses, I look around. Where am I? The MMR research lab. Don't you remember? Oh, what am I doing here? I can't remember a thing. Perhaps my headache has something to do with it. I close my eyes and sift through my thoughts. Nope, nothing. Attempting to recall the past. Did we perhaps party hard or something like that? Alright. Do not remove. Interesting. Usually you see that in places where something bad would happen. Or you lose the warranty on the item. Let's see. My brain has to think for a moment.
I shall take the lead. Leave it to me. Who shall be the next? What? You expect me to go out in this outfit? Are we gonna go play a game? Sounds fun.
Oh, look at that. Here it is again. Seen you quite a lot of times now. Actually, today my Modernia, what's it called? My Modernia Hyper Body arrived. It's pretty fun assembling, huh?
I am glad we wrapped this up
pretty
before
high
the tea
quality.
got cold. Would you not agree, Peanut?
I'm pretty happy with it. Alright. Let's see. 40,
Here comes the bunny doctor. Here
70.
Where's the next
Good.
site? Who shall be the next to fall on?
You
No,
think
I
you
wanna
can
see
handle
if it
me?
was- Yes, I would try. I wouldn't mind trying. Alright. Let's go. Okay. None. 12 hours earlier. Oh, my connection seems to be pretty bad right now. Okay, it's working again. That's good. Oh, I see. Is it working again? Yes, it's working again, alright. So 12 hours earlier, I seem to be getting a message. Huh? Perhaps from Mana? Yes. Hello, Commander. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm glad to hear it. I wanted to ask you if I had some free time today. Oh. Why? What's up? In honor of your contributions made to the surface reclamation operation, MMR has decided to provide you with a new weapon. Wait, a weapon? Oh, what is it? It's been customized specially for you, so you'll need to visit us in person in order to test it and claim it. Does it have to be today? I would like to have a free day. Today would be preferable. But if you can't, we can make adjustments. Alright, I'll stop by today. Thank you. Then I'll see you later. Oh, with a smiley. Cute. Hello. What's wrong, Commander? You look rather bemused. Oh, it's just that something came up rather suddenly. What is it? MMR is providing me with a new weapon. MMR? Why would they do that out of the blue? They say it's in recognition of my contributions towards reclaiming the surface. Isn't this a good thing? It's a chance for us to enhance our firepower. And an opportunity to use a cutting-edge weapon developed by MMR. Let's go right away. Apparently they're only asking for me. What the? How come? You're practically superhuman at this point. What are you blathering about now? I'm simply saying that Master has ascended to the realm of the Divine Master beyond you. Oh gee. Don't you ever feel that there are times when Master doesn't feel human? I wish I could say otherwise, but there have been times when I thought the Commander recovered unusually fast from injuries. You're right. But surely it's better than taking ages to recover from injuries. I appreciate the compliment, I think. No problem. Oh, cute smile. Still, I don't think there will be any new weapons for you all. Darn, that's a bummer. Still, you getting one is better than nothing. Perhaps one with which I can also kill raptures and defend myself. Then I could also say I took part into the fight. While I agree that this sounds like a wonderful development, does all feel rather sudden. That's true. Plus, we are talking about the MMR research lab. There are all sorts of unsavory rumors about that place. Should I check in with some other squads and see if they've heard anything? No. Manama was the one who got in touch with me, so everything should be fine. Fair point. It's not like Mana to lie about something. We owe Mana a lot for all our help so far, so I'll go. Understood. Master, if you encounter a solid weapon made for sneakers while you're at it, could you... You idiot! What is the chance of that happening? Ignore her, Commander. Be careful, and if anything happens, call us. We'll be standing by, so you can contact us anytime. You all get some rest. I'll reach out if something happens. Alright, you'll be inside the Ark after all, so what could go wrong? Make sure to bring back a load of good stuff, Commander. Safe travels. Take care, Master. Oh, also wholesome. Still curious to see what happens that we, well, were in the days like this and I guess woke up like this with a headache and not remembering anything. If I could, you could say that I let Nihilista out of a cage for once in all the time. Since she's finally in the team, which never happened so far. Whoa, that looks a bit fancy for a research lab. It looks more like a hotel. Oh. I enter the MMR research lab. I look around in search of Mana. She's nowhere to be seen. Oh. Mana, where are you? There's no answer. Mana? Nothing is happening, okay. Should I wait around for her? Number 7? Oh. Ether? I fancy meeting you here. What are you doing around these parts? Are you finally ready to hop on my experimentation table? I'm here to see Mana. Mana? Why? I was told that MMR is giving me a new weapon. Really? This is the first time I've heard of it. You didn't know about it? Of course not. That's how it is, being an employee at MMR. I'm already overworked, as is, with my own workload. So I'm in the dark as to what the other teams are up to. It's not like you know what the other commanders are up to either, right? Right. That's true. You see, this is how the world works. If it's not your personal job, you resign yourself to not knowing anything about it. I suppose that means you don't know where Mana is either. Actually, I think I do. Oh, you do? I believe I heard her said something about going to the deep sector earlier. She also mentioned that she'd be out of contact for a while, so if anything crops up, they'd have to handle it themselves. Again, though, I'm not 100% sure if that's the case. So she can't be reached right now. If she went to the deep sector, then no. Once you head inside, you're forbidden from communicating with anyone outside. That goes even for researchers like myself. Oh, what a pain. What sort of plans did you and Mana have anyway? Did you arrange to meet at a specific time? No. That's not like Mana. Maybe she thought she'd be back soon. Well, should I wait for her? Would you like to go and meet her? In person? Yes. You're a busy man, so I presume you can't afford to stand around waiting too long. Wait, can I go inside? Oh, what's the worst that could happen? Let's go. I'll take you there. Thanks. You trust me? I thought you'd be a little suspicious that I was willing to show you the way personally. Well, should I be? Oh no, of course not. Despite being as busy as I am, I'm generous enough to avoid my precious time to helping you out. You ought to be grateful. Alright then, lead the way. Let's go. Okay, that sounds a bit mysterious now. Planned something with us, but without a time set. She's in an area where she's not able to communicate. Oh shit, this thing is empty. Gotta refill it at one point.
All done. Next patient, please.
Bunny. I follow Ether down the hall of the MMR research lab. The elevator is so far away. Can't they do something about this? It's so annoying having to walk this far every time. What was it called again, this place we're going to? The Deep Sector. It's also referred to as the Level E zone. But to keep things simple, we typically call it the Deep Sector. Interesting. So far I only knew about the Lost Sector. Somewhat frustratingly, it's divided into two separate sections. That's how big it is. And it's underground as well. Yes, deep underground. All the labs at MMR are subterranean. But the Deep Sector is particularly far down. You can only get there using a special elevator, which means we have to schlep all the way over here every single time. It's such a pain. You said all the labs at MMR are underground? I mean, we are also all underground, so... don't you remember? You came to my lab last time because you caught something while on the surface. Refresh my memory, please. You don't remember? Well, I guess that's not entirely unreasonable. When people catch a disease from the surface, they need to come to the MMR labs for treatment. Last time you caught something like a cold on the surface, and I treated you. It was all done in one of our underground labs. I realize how strange this all sounds. The Ark's already underground, and now we're talking about more things under that. Why didn't Missilis build the labs above ground? Because this way, test subjects won't be able to escape. Huh? Test subjects? Relax. That was a joke. Ah, she got me there. The answer should be obvious. It's because what we do is highly secretive. Secretive. There's a reason people always talk about secrets being buried underground. The MMR Research Lab is a prime example of that. All of the Ark's secrets are sealed away, buried deep under the surface. I wonder, does that mean that the secret about my body is also there? Is that why you're forbidden from communicating with the outside while you're in there? Correct. That place is full of top secret stuff. Never know when or how a secret might leak. So any and all communications are restricted while inside the deep sector. That's why Mana is currently incommunicado. Ah, that was the word I was searched in my brain before. This place sounds awfully important. Is it alright for me to be going there? Sure. Why not? Your reputation precedes you. You've encountered everything from pilgrims to heretics. Besides, it's not like you're going to be running around opening all the lab doors. You'll be fine. I still feel a bit uneasy. So you don't want to meet Mana? We don't have to if you don't want to. I mean, I want to see the new weapon for me. Don't worry, and just stay close to me. You get lost if you space out while we're in here. Okay. Gotta drink something.
Don't you worry, I'll squash them all like bugs. Be back in a second.
I wonder if I would have two cameras. If I could use both at the same time, one for the face tracking and one for the hand tracking. That might be neat.
Fancy
Maybe I just get hand tracking gloves at one point. But I think that might be a bit more expensive. Here we are. This elevator will take us straight to the deep sector. Oof, that looks like a very high-tech elevator. Ether taps the access card on the elevator panel and presses a button. Oh. The elevator doors loudly creak open. You get in first. Alright. Yeah, that's a big elevator. I step into the elevator. Next to the elevator door, there's a card slot, along with buttons labeled Level D, Level E, and Level P. Dep. Wait, P? Why P? Where are the other letters? You see that slot by the door? Could you insert this access card? Okay. Ether hands me an access card and I insert it into the slot. The buttons for Level D and Level E light up with a mechanical ding. The buttons lit up. Good. Looks like the approval hasn't expired. Wait, what? Expired? Come again? That's a guest pass I got approved for a while back, which can be used in lieu of a researcher's card. What made you do that ahead of time? It's a royal pain getting approved every individual time. I find it easier to just get things approved whenever I can. I see. Alright, all you have to do is press Level E and you'll go down. Whatever you do, don't press Level P, okay? That leads to the furthest recesses of the deep sector. That's off limits even to someone of your caliber. Not to mention, that card wouldn't give you access to that area anyway. You're not getting on? I can't. One card per person is the rule. Wait, you don't have another access card? I have a researcher's access card, and I haven't been approved at the moment, so I can't use it. It's like I told you earlier, the security there is incredibly stringent. Even researchers like me need to submit a formal request beforehand. It would take forever and a day for me to submit the paperwork and go through the process. So you go ahead on your own. Then why don't I stay and you go? You want me to go find mana myself? That's hardly convenient for me, you know. Fine, I'll go. Attaboy. That's more like it. Sure. What is it? Feeling sad that we have to part ways? Or are you nervous? Neither. Harsh. Still, you seem a bit more relaxed now. So buck up and head down to meet Nana. Up, I guess here we go. The doors close. Have fun down here. I wonder if I will actually have that. Oh well, time to drink something again.
Those who block the path of the righteous will be shown no quarter.
Now it's starting to get fun.
Just better luck. All done. Next patient, please.
Oh. So this is the deep sector. Glancing around, I see a windowless corridor. The entire place is eerily empty. I need to find mana. But how? I continue to look around. It's difficult to ascertain where the doors inside the corridor. The long and grey space is well lit. I scan the dim corridor intently, searching for mana. Some burst of dizziness hits me out of the blue. With a wave of nausea. First things first, I need to get moving. I start walking forward. Soon after walking for a long time, there's still no sight of mana. For that matter, I haven't seen a single researcher around at all. Phew. The dizziness and nausea are growing worse by the second. Maybe I should sit down for a bit. I sink down to the floor and curl up. The communications not work here either. Mama, where are you? No response. I'm in the deep sector right now. Still no response. Guess not. I lean my head against the wall and stare at the ceiling. I can't keep going on like this. I pull out the access card Ether gave me and stare at it. I need to figure out some way to contact Mama. I stand back up, and just as I'm about to head back to the elevator... Commander? Mana? Oh, what are you doing? I finally found you! Huh? So was this perhaps before we collapsed, or...
Destruction is also my specialty.
Now it's starting to get fun.
The hour of retribution draws near.
Man, I can't wait to see the weapon.
All done. Next patient, please.
But first... Oh, never mind, not yet. Actually, I might have an idea how to make this bow. This tie. You were looking for me? Why would you do that? Huh? More importantly, how did you get in here? Ether gave me an access card. She did? I pull out the access card and show to Mana. That's just a guest pass. Why isn't Ether with you? She said she couldn't come because she had to get separate authorization. Huh? If she couldn't come with you, why did you come here on your own? You asked me to. I did. You contacted me and said that MMR had prepared a new weapon for me. I did? Huh? Mana? Did you not send me a blah message earlier today? No. I've been here in the deep sector since yesterday. And I'm scheduled to be here until tomorrow morning. But I received a message from you this morning. Could you show me that message? Hold on. I show Mana the message I received earlier. It's definitely been sent from my profile. But I never sent this. Not only that, MMR doesn't produce new weapons for commanders in the first place. What? Aww. So no new weapon for me? I've never heard of such a project. Then, how could I have gotten this message? Well, I can't say for sure, but it seems that someone wanted to lure you to MMR. Given that they used my name to mislead you, I highly doubt that their intentions were noble. I'm not following. Perhaps it was Ether. Commander, what kind of place do you think MMR is? A place where the Ark's secrets are hidden? That's a rather unexpected answer. But you're not incorrect. Did anyone tell you that by any chance? I heard it from Ether. I see. It makes sense. Well, she's right. MMR safeguards all of the Ark's technological secrets. That's why everyone who comes here first has to be granted authorization in the form of an access card. Here in the deep sector, where we are now, the security is particularly tight. In other words, I entered without proper authorization. Not necessarily. You do have an access card after all. However, if you were to encounter any other researchers, and they wanted to know your reasons for being here, you might be in a bit of a bind. Do you think that's what they wanted? Whoever it was that brought me here? There's no way we can know for certain. One thing that is certain, however, is that staying here for too long will be dangerous for you. Okay, let's head out then. Alright, I lead the way. Mana hurriedly leads me towards the access elevator. However, it's not working. I tap the access card against the outside elevator panel. Huh? I'll try again. Uh-oh. Error code 4012. It's not working. I think the card's expired. Nice. Build a system where you can get inside with a card, but when it's expired you can't get outside again, and it's also pretty dangerous for me. What the fuck? Very smart security. I feel like I could die down here. Now that means you can't leave. Oh man. It's already starting pretty good for me. Alright, let me yoink some temporary passes. Thank you for that. And hop back inside. So, I'm trapped? Yes. The code you just saw appears when an expired access card is used. Can't you open it with your card? I'm scheduled to be here until tomorrow morning. It's nearly impossible to alter the time period which you've been approved. Unless there are truly exceptional circumstances. Merciless even keeps researchers on a short leash, huh? Yes, they do. Researchers must obtain approval to enter the deep sector and must adhere precisely to the authorized time frame. Those are the rules. Why is it so inflexible? For a very simple reason. This place contains many secrets, as we already know. Ow, my head. I just scratched my head and I think I ripped something open. Merciless doesn't give free rein to anyone who works down here. Not even the researchers? No. The company trusts no one. That's probably the reason why they prefer Nika researchers whenever possible. Hold on. Are you telling me that the researchers here are intentionally composed entirely of Nikas? Not all of them, but most. Did you know that Ether and I are both Nikas? Yes, I knew. You have a good memory. That's right. Ether and I are Nikas. In addition to being researchers at MMR, we're also members of the MMR squad. When humanity migrated to the Ark, do you know what non-combat Nikids were initially created for? Preserving technology and art. Art? Ooh, can I see some? To ensure that humanity's knowledge and creativity wouldn't vanish underground. It was embedded into the Nikas themselves. I'm not sure I follow. How exactly did they transpose technology and art into Nikas? By transforming exceptionally gifted artists and engineers into Nikas. Ah, I see. Oh, that's interesting. This way, their skills and knowledge could survive, without the human limitation of time. What? Scientists were no different. Nikas were considered a premium storage device of sorts for scientific knowledge. And so many scientists were turned into Nikas as well. Huh? That's not the only advantage that Nikas have. It's difficult to hide secrets inside a Nikas brain. Since humanity moved to the Ark, brain scanning technology has improved by leaps and bounds. Unless extreme measures like neural shielding or black boxing are employed, most Nikas are incapable of concealing any information from humans. That explains it. That's not the only reason. It's easy to store information in a Nikas, and it's difficult for them to hide anything. That's why the majority of MMR researchers are Nikas. Of course, not everyone was forced into it. Some volunteered to become Nikas, hoping to complete their research without being limited by human lifespan. I see, so they did it out of their own will. I've gotten sidetracked. To summarize, Missilus doesn't even trust its own researchers. Therefore, curtailing the time period for which I was authorized would be difficult. Got it. Thank you for understanding. We spent too much time talking. It's not prudent to stay here long. Let's look for another lab where we might get a signal. I thought we can't get a signal down here. Okay, let's move. And I will take the chance to refill something really quick.
Destruction is also my specialty.
Ooh, this is almost empty. I guess I need to
Now it's starting to get fun.
think of that too.
Reloaded!
10. Just go refill.
I told you justice would prevail!
Back in the corner you go. Alright.
Looks like there's a lot to repair. The Hour of Retribution bisect.
Much better.
Tis but a lark. Excuse me! Even a
Alright.
hero needs to recharge once in a while.
Ooh.
Fancy a drink?
There we go. Mananai begins searching for any type of searching for any type of communication within the deep sector. Mana, would you come here? There's an elevator here too? Of course. The deep sector is a vast place. It would be difficult working with only one operating elevator. I believe there should be an emergency contact device inside this elevator. Okay. Mana fiddles with the control panel of the elevator. Nothing. It seems the rumors were unfounded. Let's go somewhere else. We search for another elevator. As we enter the dust-filled room, we see a sacred orb of some kind. Huh? Oh, what's this? A prayer room. A prayer room? Yes. A space for religious worship. What's a place like this doing here? The organization which preceded MMR has religious ties, so they created this place. It's rarely used now, though. That might explain the dust. Mana begins to inspect the prayer room. Nothing here either. Let's keep moving. Alright. We leave the prayer room. There should be an emergency communication device hidden here somewhere. Just a moment. Mana starts to press on various points of the wall. So hidden room? Nothing. It's either already been discovered, or it's more unfounded rumors. We also try to look for the purported hidden communication device in the corridor. Doesn't look good for us. Soon after. Nothing to be found. Another thing. Nope. Every possible way of contacting outside is blocked. It seems so. This is the first time I've gotten definitive confirmation of that. Feeling slightly dizzy, I lean against the wall. I'm still wondering what's up with the dizziness, why I'm having that. Imagine it's all radiation down here. Are you alright, Commander? Come to think of it, you've looked a bit pale for a while now. Something wrong? I'm just a little tired, is all. Don't worry about it. Right now, we need to look for a way out. That's true, but should I ask another lab? Huh? What is it? There's one place we haven't checked yet. If they haven't removed all the equipment, there might still be a communication device there. Oh, let's go then. Follow me. Whew. Maybe. Please be there. I really hope it is. What? Oh, okay. Come in. Okay. I follow Mana. Inside an empty lab. A sharp pain shoots through my head. I guess it's this room that makes me feel like that. Ugh. The nausea is even more intense than before. While trying to ignore my splitting migraine, I once again look ahead. A small tank stands before us in the otherwise empty lab, as if an experiment had been halted midway. For some reason, I'm getting a sense of déjà vu. The tank, filled with a liquid of some kind, seems like it once held something else inside it. Liquor, perhaps. Controlling my breathing, I turn my gaze to the space behind the tank. There's an empty desk. Similar to the tank, it feels like there was once a plethora of materials on it, which are now gone. Mana. Yes. What is this place? Lab that's fallen into disuse. Someone I knew used to work here. Knowing her, she may have left behind a communication device to contact the upper levels. Yeah? You know her? The two of us lock eyes. Commander, are you okay? You look worse than before. Are you sure it's just exhaustion? Actually, I don't feel so good. When did it start? Since I entered the deep sector. That was a long time ago. Why didn't you tell me earlier? I'm sorry. I was able to manage it for a while, but the headache's gotten unbearable since we got into this room. This particular lab, you mean? Yeah. Huh. I'm also getting a feeling of déjà vu for some reason. Déjà vu? Here? Honestly, maybe I do. Maybe I don't. My head is killing me. I can barely think straight. Rest here for a moment. I look for the communication device myself. Alright. Anna quickly runs inside the lab. I sit on the edge of a nearby desk and attempt to mitigate the headache. As I sit down, my fingers brush against the tablet. What's this? I press the power button. The screen actually turns on. Project AD. Just as quickly as it turned on, the screen abruptly turns off. Project AD? The headache intensifies. Oh, tremor. Enhancing the human body through technological advancements. A new purpose. The pain becomes unbearable and everything goes black. Is that something about me?
Time to play.
Am I Project AD?
How's this?
Did they do something to me since I'm kind of
But a lot.
inhuman?
Let's keep it going.
While reloaded. Harm's way, fleeting as it may be. Fancy a drink?
My body feels like it weighs a ton. My arms and legs refuse to move. I feel stifled. I attempt to move the tip of my fingers. Subject is moving. I can hear a familiar voice. Huh? Another familiar voice can be heard. Is he one of the subjects for the project? Yes. I open my eyelids with a crack. It's Ether and Mana. Ether, will you have the results for the subject soon? Most likely. The deadline is approaching. Mana looks into my direction. Do you think it will succeed this time? Ether then glances towards me. Not sure. None of the past cases have been successful. If this one fails too, the project might be terminated, won't it? For someone who isn't part of the project, you remember an awful lot. Thanks to this new and improved body, I remember everything. Fair point. Since becoming Nikis, neither of us has forgotten anything important. Don't look so grim. This is just a hunch. But I feel like this attempt will be success. Hunch? That's rather unscientific of you to say. Achieving success is in your research doesn't always depend on science alone. It's just hope on my end. I've grown far more invested in this than I thought it would. And my only hope is... Mana reaches a hand out towards me. We don't have to terminate. Commander. What is this place? So we were in a tank. So
My
we are
blade
not
shall
quite
not be made
the
light
average human as it appears to be.
You are out of harm's way, fleeting as it may be.
I guess it's finally time we find out more about it. About our backstory.
I told you justice would prevail!
Commander. No. Mana? Are you feeling okay? Of course I'm... The moment I try to sit up, the searing migraine begins to set in, and we're back here again. Are you okay, Commander? My head. Take a deep breath. I follow Buddha's advice. Now slowly exhale. I exhale slowly. After repeating this several times, my head feels slightly less painful. Are you feeling better now? Yeah, thanks. After coming more or less to my senses, I look around. Where am I? The MMR research lab. Don't you remember? What am I doing here? I can't remember a thing. Perhaps my headache has something to do with it. I close my eyes and sift through my thoughts. Are you feeling calmer now? As I listen to Mana's voice, I recall everything that's happened so far. I had some sort of dream. Sorry? You and Ether were in it. Me and Ether? Maybe you dreamt that because you want to leave this place. You two were staring at me, talking about how you hoped I'd be a success. Sorry? You also mentioned some kind of project. Ugh. The headache is debilitating. Commander, I think it'd be good for you to stop thinking so much. Get some rest, then try and move around. You're sweating like crazy. Why don't you try and getting up first? The floor's too cold. It'd be best to move somewhere warmer. Let me help you. Oh, I grab a hold of Mana's arm. I have something to ask. Yes? Have we met before? And I'm pretty sure we have.
They are as candles, the better burnt out.
Let's keep it going.
Reloaded! You are out of harm's way, fleeting as it may be.
I told you justice would prevail!
Aww. One second. Alright. What do you mean? I don't understand. I don't think I was dreaming. That can't be. How can a dream be real? The things I heard, they were too vivid. You probably feel that way since you're unwell. Mana appears overly eager to wrap up the conversation. She seems to be hiding something. But what could it be? First off, let's get out of here. The headache and dizziness I experienced immediately after arriving in the deep sector. The strange familiarity of these surroundings. The dream with Mana and Ether. The feeling of being underwater, unable to move. The project they mentioned. That would be terminated if I failed. It would be best to head outside before trying to process all of this. Okay. As I stand up to follow Mana, my fingertips bump into a tablet. I saw something on this tablet before I collapsed. What was it? Why don't you rest in the prayer room? I search my own for some way to reach the outside. I look around again. Before me is a tank filled with liquid, big enough to fit a person. The familiarity of the lab, the dream of being submerged in the tank, the words written on the tablet, Project AD. Don't you ever feel that? There are times when Master doesn't feel human? I wish I could say otherwise, but There have been times when I thought the commander recovers unusually fast from injuries. You're right, but surely it's better than taking ages to recover from injuries. Commander, is something wrong? There was a project conducted in this lab, wasn't there? There was. But why did the project succeed? Sorry? What was the name of the project? Was it Project AD? How do you know that name? It was a project to enhance the human body, right? And if that's the case, then there are some things that come to mind. When I think about it, there are many things about me that seem odd. I've carried a fully armed Nico on my own before, and fired anti-ship rifles meant for Nikos despite having an injured leg. No ordinary human could lift that much weight. You might simply be stronger than most people. There's more to it than that. Whenever I'm injured, I heal abnormally fast. Maybe you just have a faster recovery rate than normal? No, it's nearly superhuman. During operations, I've sustained all manner of injuries, from minor scuffs to being impaled through the stomach. Despite sustaining what should be fatal injuries, I've always survived. In fact, the amount of time I require to heal has steadily decreased over time. I see. No one with any sense could call that normal. You're right, it's certainly unusual. But it's not out of the realm of possibility for there to be someone in this world naturally born with exceptional strength or healing abilities. Things are only strange if you think they are. If you view things as normal, then they are not as strange anymore. So don't think of it as anything unusual. I recognize this place. Sorry? Don't you find that odd? That I'm somehow familiar with the inner recesses of MMR, despite purportedly having never been here? Or am I just overthinking that as well? And now she's silent. She knows I'm onto it. I'm sorry. You can ask me all the questions you want, but I can't answer any of them. Not even one. No. I can't tell you anything, so please stop. And then answer me just this one thing, and I'll stop. Yes. Am I human? That hand shoots out from behind Mana and covers her mouth. Shh. Who's that? That's enough questions. Who's that? I guess we're about to find out. Final 2 levels.
This injection will be particularly painful. The hour of retribution draws near. Tis but a lark.
Though I feel like she feels
Be back in
familiar.
a second.
Like, oh, maybe similar design to another character? Oh well. I'm pretty sure we can find something out in those 2 levels.
Is it enough for fighting?
That was too close for comfort, Mana. You nearly let the cat out of the bag. You should know better than that. You know as well as I do that there are dark forces deep in the Ark. They're watching us. Always and everywhere. If you catch their attention, you're in for a world of hurt. Those of us residing in the Abyss should be especially careful. Isn't that right? Yes, I know that. Dark forces. Thank you for stopping me. And no need to thank me. If you never want to repay me, you can help me the next time I do something good. Got it? Wait. Okay. Yes. Such a sweet girl. Now then, I presume this young man is the celebrated number 7 I've heard so much about? Huh? My goodness, he looks even more handsome in person. You've grown up splendidly. Who are you? Me? Goodness gracious, would you look at me? I didn't even introduce myself. Ah, the perils of old age. You don't look that old. I'm Jian. The pleasure's all mine. I believe this is our first time meeting, yes? I think I've heard that name before. Really? How can that be possible? How can that be possible? Most interesting. Oh. Well, I suppose it's not entirely outside the realm of possibility. You are quite deeply connected with my sister, so you must have heard of me at some point. Sister? Are you related to Sue? I knew it. A half-sister would be more correct. But what am I saying? We're working here. As such, I should instead say that I'm an employee working under the esteemed president of Missiles. I'll make it simple for you. Just think of me as one of the researchers at MMR. Half-sister, you say? Oh, it seems you're partial to that appellation. I suppose it makes sense. After all, many of the most riveting stories concern themselves with love triangles. Incorporating Missilis into a tale of romantic entanglements is surely the most entertaining option, no? What are the dark forces in the Ark that you keep mentioning? Wow, cutting straight to the chase. I see you're not one for formalities. Are you talking about Anik? So harsh. How could I ever impugn our good friend Anik in such a way, when she works tirelessly on humanity's behalf? The dark force that I speak of is the Ark itself. The very thing that feeds, shelters, and protects us. What? Oh shit, it's broken again. Come on, work again, you stupid thingy. And there we go. And that's all you need to know for now. Be dangerous for you to know any more than that. You hardly want to spend your existence trapped underground, don't you? You're still young, and you must have a lot you will still want to do. You should be running freely above ground. Yeah. Jian, was it? That's right. Why are you calling me number 7? That's because you are. Oh boy, I nearly spilled the beans. You're quite mesmerizing, you know. The more we talk, the more I want to tell you everything. Is this why all Nikis are so obsessed with you? Perhaps it's because you're so handsome. Or perhaps it's because you're number 7. What are you talking about? Jin, that's enough. Alright, I'll stop teasing him. Anyway, I simply stopped by to give a short introduction. Here you are. Jian hands over an access card. Is that? That's right, it's an access card. Since you're finished with your business here, it's time for you to leave. Why do you have this? I'm not entirely bereft of a conscience. You know, since I'm the one who brought you here, I should be the one to get you out. You mean you? Yes. I'm the one who made the oh so handsome number 7 come here. What? So it was you? Why? I wanted to see you. I have a lot of interest in you for many reasons. Suen and all the other Nikas have gotten to see you. I was upset that I hadn't had the privilege of seeing you in person. With my current situation, I'm in no position to be going outside and attracting unwanted attention. So I thought it would be a good idea if you come to me instead. Why didn't you just speak to me plainly and invite me? Oh, come now. You could have never come here alone. You would have arrived surrounded by your precious sneakers, weapons in hand. It would have been liable to cause a scene, and I certainly don't want that. Oh. Why does it feel like she's kinda, I don't know, a yandere? Don't be upset. That access card will ensure you leave this place unharmed. And besides, even though you felt a little dizzy and had a nasty headache, it's not like you're leaving empty-handed. Gian leans in close and whispers to me. You learned a few more things about the Ark and yourself. Huh? Gian steps back. Now then, Mana. Gian hands over another access card to Mana. Could you please use this card to escort the ever so dashing number 7 out safely? He seems rather shaken up by today's events, so be sure to calm him down before he leaves. Yes, understood. Had fun today, number 7. See you around. Gian walks off. Let's get out here, Commander. Okay. Holy shit, that was quite a knowledge drop. I mean, it seemed rather unusual how strong Commander is and how fast he can regenerate and survive stuff.
I told you justice
But I
would
didn't
prevail.
expect that it's, well, that he was experimented on, maybe even grown inside the lab, and now he can't even find out anything about it. I wonder why. The sound of typing can be heard, and the bitter aroma of coffee lingers in the air. I can detect the pattering of water droplets as well. Hold on. What is this? I look around to see a neatly organized lab and an IV drip connected to one of my arms. An IV drip? You're awake. How are you feeling? Oh, why am I? Shortly after taking the elevator up to level D, you collapsed. A quick examination was conducted. Results showed excessive stress and fatigue leading to severe exhaustion. In short, you were tired. I see. Thank you. For what? For bringing me here and treating me. I gently lift up my arm with the IV needle. You collapsed right in front of me. It's only natural that I tend to you. Besides, I'm a big part of why you're in this state. I'm sorry. Pardon? kept pressing you with questions that you couldn't answer and put you in a difficult spot. And for that, I'm sorry. Your questions were entirely reasonable. Anyone would react that way when doubt is being cast on their very identity. Oh, that just happened. One sec. You belong over there. Alright. Thank you for understanding. Commander, I can't answer any of the questions you ask. MMR is a fountain of knowledge, yet it also holds many secrets. One of the cardinal rules is to never share those secrets. I understand, but what I can say is this. Regardless of your identity, what secrets you carry, the reason you've earned the trust and love of so many Nikas, including me, has nothing to do with how you were created. Instead, it has everything to do with how you've lived. Mana. That, above all, is your true identity, Commander. So don't fret anymore and rest up. In the meantime, I'll protect you. Not as a researcher with an ulterior motives, but simply as an Nika. Thanks. I'll try and get some sleep then. Good night, Commander. I close my eyes. Everything is still enshrouded with questions. At least for now, in this moment, I feel like I can sleep peacefully. Damn. I did not expect something like that.
All
Really?
done. Next patient, please.
Ah, okay, so the introduction thing is what we got as a background. Alright. Then the shop, the badge, and 6 of those. Now, let's see if we are lucky enough and manage to pill for Mona. Let's see, but first, of course, the usual. Oh, wait, let me check if I can get 3 more points. Nope, alright. At least I tried. Let's see if my friends were good or not. Okay. Second. Alright, I guess it's kind of oof. Nah, not so good. Not even that many SRs. Oh well, what can I do about it? Ooh, I can revise the wishlist. No? Okay, it just said to me that something's new, I guess. Even though I've seen it already. Well, let's give it a spin. Okay. Oof. Again, a rough one. Let's try that again. Another rough one. And the last one. No, man. Jeez. Oof. With the amount of bad luck I just had, I expect to get mana now, to be honest. Blue screen of death, man. I know that feeling when it hits. Alright, let's give it the first spin and see what we get. No turn, but at least a good amount of SRs, not bad. Second try. No, that was a really bad one. Alright. Yeesh. Third one. Youch. That's not looking good. Fourth one. Uh-oh. Oh. At least a lot of SRs again. Fifth one, I think. Come on, turn, please. Yes, it worked. Now the question is it mana or not?
Leave it to
Soldier is Balord. Ah, this shot.
Missiles, that's good. And it is
Looks like
mana.
I'm going to be busier for the time being.
Very nice. We got her and even managed to save up for another temple. Nice. Well, that was Wisdom Spring. So far, we still have to wait for the end of hard mode. But this still takes its time and will be for another day in the future. And until we see us again in the next stream, I wish you all a good start into this week. Or better said, a good following up in this week. And a good day, good night. Until then, bye bye.